Now, I know I'm a little bit late to the party to be mentioning this to you, but there is this little thing here on the official Defiance forums that they are looking for a little input on synergies, and this is not going to be up for very much longer. It looked like they were already going to shut it down, and they were like, wait a minute, let's get a little bit more information. So I kind of wanted to get with you guys and say, hey, maybe you guys should, take a peek at this and insert any information you may have, something you would like to see changed or, added to make synergies a little bit better, because there's plenty of things wrong with synergies that just don't fit in with how the game works now, and that could really use to be changed. I think it would make it a little bit more exciting with the weapons than it currently is, because the old synergies just aren't that exciting, because normally 2 of your 4 on them are all this good. So I am going to leave a little link down below, and you guys go over here and look at this. Give your information on synergies, what you think is and isn't very good. And I probably went a little bit in depth. Well, and you can see it right here, because I even made one on the forums just in case somebody didn't see where the thread was, for people to go give their input. Let's make this game better, and synergies is definitely a way to do that. And you can see it. I've got a list of it, and I will click over here and show you this. You see, this is a synergy builder here, and this is on Defiance Data. Wonderful, wonderful site. I've told you about this before, and he's got something so you can make everything exactly how you want to. You can choose roles that are already in the game, or you can custom and put whatever you want in there. And you can see here every synergy that's currently in the game is listed right here on Defiance Data as well. And that's kind of what I did. I used that and I made up these little things. You'll see, to an extent, I left some of it alone, but I added my own to some of it. Quartermaster, the reload is perfectly fine there, but nobody likes the next 2. I mean, they're only 3 and 4, so let's make that ego refresh on reload is my thoughts on it. And Grenadier, recoil is fine on Grenadier, but nobody wants grenade damage after a kill. Nobody wants to see those rolls anymore. So let's see something different. My idea is just, how about some grenade charges extra there, or maybe, less explosive damage taken or something on these. Something like that would help. A Cannoneer, let's just run straight down with fire rate. Run and gun is completely awful. It's just an awful synergy, and this would make it better. Give us movement speed on the first 2. Run is the first word in the synergy. Let's make it a running synergy. And then less damage from behind, because if you're actually running around shooting stuff, you're more than likely going to take damage from behind, so that would actually make this a really good synergy. And Assassin, I went crit all the way. Here's your normal 2, is your 2 and your 4 crit multipliers, what you would normally see, but give us a crit modifier from the hip as the next 2. That would be a lot better. And of course, I added my own little synergy. I kind of like this. I think this would be a really good one. A couple self revives and some health regeneration. That would be a really good synergy, I personally think. And over here, my backpack, because backpacks need some work. So, and these are the awful ones right here. And if you look at them and think that's not all that great, well, it's still a backpack. You don't want backpacks to be more desirable than a full synergy, but they could be more useful, and this would be more useful. Instead of Machinist, take 5% less damage instead of 5% less damage while reloading. Just make it 5% less damage, and I think it's 5% damage on the next shot after. I can't remember. That's what's great. I can click over here to synergies, go down to the outlaw, 5% damage from last shot, and click. Well, let's make it a good synergy. Make it just 5% damage increase all the way around. Survivalist was just messed up. I'm not even going with what they said. Let's just give it health regeneration. It's survival is in there. Survival. So let's give us health regen with something like that. And veteran is, I think it's 1.1% fire rate after a full reload for 2 seconds. Let's just give it a 10% fire rate increase. Just that simple. And then they're all not so trashy. They're all actually halfway decent there. They're still not as good as a full synergy, but they're not bad. So you can get over here and you can put your ideas in here like this, so that maybe these guys will look at this and say, hey, this isn't a bad thing. Maybe we can do something like this. Now with mine, I tried for the most part to keep it within the game's bounds without trying to get super overpowered with roles that were kind of already there or perks that already had something to do with this stuff. I tried to keep mine in context of the game. I mean, we can go crazy, and you know, I can name a synergy a combo, and it can be, you know, 39% whatever health steal. There you go. That sounds really awesome, right? And let's see, what could be another bonus? How about a 59? We're gonna get away from that. We'll go to 58. That's a little too high, wasn't it? At 59, 58% damage increase. 100% nano proc. That sounds good, right? Oh, and what could be our fourth one? 75% increased reload. Oops. Speed. There you go. See, now you see you can do what you want. You see it's made me a little card over here. Now there's my synergy. I want this synergy. I think I just made a very good synergy. Let's see this one put into action. So this synergy builder is pretty cool, and you can use this because to me it's easy to write stuff out, but when you can simply just make these cards for them to look at, I mean, they can actually see what it is you have in mind. So, you know, peek on over here, peek on over into the forums and look at this thread they've got going on and see if you have some input. If you know, dig through the synergies, and maybe you'll see something that you think could be changed for the better. Maybe you'll have better ideas than I have. I'm sure if it's overpowered, they're just gonna, you know, laugh and go along their way. But, you know, if you have a good idea, I'm sure they'll look at it and maybe it'll get incorporated into the game. So have a look at this, you guys. I'll catch you guys later.